Hello, I'm Ruchika Jha from Impact Magazine, and today we have Mr. Ishaan Khanna, CEO of Antara Assisted Care Services. Throughout the conversation, we'll be talking about Antara, AGEasy, the campaign with Anupam Kher, and more. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Hi.
So, to begin with, my first question is that Antara, the brand, usually resonates and communicates with both senior citizens and their caregivers. So, how do you avoid diluting the message while still resonating with both?
I think that's a very interesting question because unlike various brands that have a very narrowly defined TG, for us it's diverse. Like you said, we need to appeal to the caregivers, speak to them as well, and also to seniors themselves. I think at the heart of it, the communication is very clear, whether it is for the caregivers or for seniors, that we're trying to solve for independence, sense of autonomy, sense of community, and an agency in the hands of the seniors.
Right.
But obviously it means different things to caregivers, and it means differently for the seniors. I think if I was a caretaker of a senior, for me, what would be most important is Antara doing enough to take care of my senior at home? Is Antara doing enough to allow them to live independently? So all our communication towards caregivers is basically to give them confidence that we are there for your parents, we are there for your next of kin. When we speak to seniors, we try to sort of work around with what is it that they are seeking. Seniors are seeking a sense of freedom. Seniors are seeking the ability to make choices for themselves. Seniors are seeking to lead a healthy life, but as much as possible within their control. They don't want to be dependent on others. So we try to communicate like that to them, and also our channels of communication are different for each. We realize that the caregivers and the next of kin are more on, as you say, the next gen platforms like Instagram, etc.
Right.
Whereas seniors are also still more comfortable on slightly more traditional platforms like YouTube, WhatsApp. Facebook, I think, has become very common. You see a lot of seniors active on Facebook. As well as certain caregivers. So even channel specific communication is directed towards both. But how do we ensure that we're not diluting it is basically based on our understanding of what is it that the caregiver values for the seniors in their lives, and what are the seniors valuing for themselves.
Understood. And coming to the campaign with Anupam Kher, I would like to understand the rationale behind onboarding him to endorse AGEasy, and also give us a brief about what AGEasy is and what do they help the senior citizens with.
So I'll probably first talk about what AGEasy is, what does it do, and then talk about why Anupam ji fits perfectly into what we're trying to do at AGEasy. So AGEasy is, at the heart of it, is an online and offline store for seniors, where we are specifically trying to develop products for them to address chronic condition needs through self-care modules, so that they can lead their lives with ease and joy. That's what AGEasy is. It manifests itself through a range of today 80 plus products that are available on marketplaces, our own website, through our store that seniors can purchase. We have supported this with experts who seniors can speak to, communicate about their conditions better, and also then drive the purchase journey.
Right.
So that's what AGEasy is. And what we have taken care of in AGEasy is that we're not just providing them any product. The products that are there for seniors to manage chronic conditions are developed, researched, and produced, keeping in mind the needs of seniors. A simple example being a walking stick. There are multiple walking sticks available, but we know that seniors who want to go for a walk themselves need to ensure that the walking stick has a torch, has an alarm, is foldable, and in some cases also gets converted into a seating space if they get tired.
Okay.
So we make sure that that seniors' need of independence, and I want to go out on my own, get the walk done, and still get the safety that in case something happens, there is a support system. Similarly, the wheelchairs. While there are multiple wheelchairs available, we realize that seniors tend to use them for longer durations. So we've come up with antifungal coating and material usage so that they don't develop infections. So all the products that we've developed for seniors through AGEasy are keeping in mind not just the condition that we are trying to solve for, but also the fact that there has to be senior specificity and a senior angle and lens to it. Now coming to Anupam Kher in all of this, I think it was a very, very natural choice for us to get the first big campaign of AGEasy out with him. Because besides being a very popular actor, very renowned and established artist himself, I think he personifies a lot of what AGEasy stands for. Anupam ji, since a very long time, has not been one of those people who tries to defy aging. I think he embraces aging.
Yes.
And he also talks about aging as not a stage in life where you slow down, you become passive, you become independent.
Right.
He is one of those people who very beautifully exemplifies active aging. That, you know, the fact that your purpose in life doesn't need to dilute as you age. He's doing some beautiful work, and we've seen some of his really good films which have released off late, and they're doing so well.
Yes.
And he talks about aging as just, you know, it's just how you mature in life. It's not a milestone that after you've crossed, everything changes.
Right.
And whatever interactions we've had with him till now and whatever we've seen of him, he's one of those really, really active seniors who talks about independence in its full form. And also, Anupam ji, I don't know how many of us know, is also a caregiver himself. Okay. There are lots of stories about how he's taken care of his mom. So for us, he was a perfect blend of a caregiver who understands needs of seniors, in this case his mother, and somebody who personifies aging with grace, aging with independence, aging with purpose very well. So we frankly couldn't have asked for a better brand ambassador in this case.
Totally agreed with you. And about the campaign only, this is a digital first campaign. So my question is that what was the reason behind a digital first campaign of AGEasy for a demographic that is usually, now that they are active online, but usually this demographic is not much digital savvy. So what was your insight behind that?
So I think the fact that seniors are not tech savvy and not on online platforms, data has shown us over the last few years is a myth.
Okay.
Because what we've seen is that, as a matter of fact, they are very, very active. I don't know if you've seen, my mother keeps sharing me WhatsApp forwards. She's probably the most regular at it.
Yes.
She sends me these Facebook reels as links for me to see, especially when they're talking about children who are not taking care very well of their parents.
Yes.
And a lot of funny stuff, as a matter of fact. If you see, the WhatsApp usage in seniors is very, very high. I think there's enough data that talks about it. There's also now data that's been published that says seniors are very comfortable even transacting online. The UPI usage among seniors is going up. They are a very, very active demographic on Facebook. And very recently, when we've launched our Antara community, the Antara Circle, in a very short span of time on WhatsApp and on Facebook, we are now 6,000 plus members strong, which clearly, you know, tells us a lot. That seniors are very comfortable viewing content online, they're very comfortable transacting online. Even when we launched AGEasy and we started a feature of expert assistance, and we created studios thinking that seniors would prefer walking into them, having a physical consult with the expert. But data actually showed us that 80% of the seniors were more comfortable in just having a WhatsApp video call with our experts.
Right.
And then obviously there is the element of caregivers, which we very well know are very active and available on social media and online. So for us, I think the easy dissemination, early dissemination and getting the word around through digital seemed like the most natural thing to do. And since almost 2 years of AGEasy's existence, we've seen that consumption of content online by seniors has been beautifully captured by us. So we thought we'll go digital first. Not that we don't see this campaign going offline at some point in time, but we felt the quickest, best way of reaching out to the seniors and their caregivers was digital.
Right. So the point where you mentioned that senior citizens are most active on WhatsApp, and they are also registering for AGEasy, if I'm not wrong. What are the markets that you have observed that these people are from, like tier 1, tier 2 cities, tier 3? What are the cities they are usually from?
So for us, frankly, that's been evolving.
Okay.
And I'll tell you how. When we started off, and naturally so, we thought that, it will be easiest for us to speak to consumers in tier 1, tier 2.
Yes.
So a lot of our focused campaigns online and to some extent offline were also on metro cities, top 10 cities, all of that. But we realized over time that what we actually provide through AGEasy, which are products for seniors, don't necessarily restrict themselves to any geography. Unlike what we do in residences or in our care homes, which are very specific to geography, the needs of products that we develop in AGEasy are frankly for all seniors across the country.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, for us, AGEasy is actually that vehicle through which we believe that we will reach Har Ghar Antara, because seniors are there. I mean, they are in Kashmir also, they are in Kanyakumari, they are sitting in Shillong and Guwahati as well. So they are across the country. So we've seen that the shift in tier 2, tier 3 purchasing from AGEasy has changed a lot, to it being under 10% 2 years back to now almost 40%. 40% of our purchases through our website has now evolved to tier 2, tier 3, which means that the brand is reaching out.
Yes.
We've also taken a conscious decision to expand our campaigns, our presence and the communication to a larger audience, and it's impacting the purchase as well. And I also feel tier 2, tier 3, maybe tier 4 will see faster adoption, because I don't think the access to these products is so easy.
Right.
We sitting in metro cities have access to a lot of brands, lots of choices, lots of forums. But it's actually in tier 2, tier 3 where the seniors don't have as much access. So I think it's a great evolution that's happening, and like I said, we believe in Har Ghar Antara through AGEasy, so hopefully we should reach that very soon.
Right. And coming to the campaign, was the campaign conceptualized and produced in-house, or was there a creative agency behind it?
So it was a combination of both.
Okay.
I would say the genesis of the concept was in-house, because we believed that we needed to get the message out to a larger audience. We needed a brand face.
Yes.
I think the selection also, we went through multiple iterations, and selection of Anupam Kher as the brand ambassador, that also happened in-house. The script, etc., all of that also happened in-house. It was the execution on ground where we took the support.
Coming to the next question then, were there any cultural blind spots that you were hoping to challenge with this campaign?
See, as a matter of fact, when we talk about aging, when we talk about seniors, there are many cultural blind spots in our society itself.
Right.
There's so many of them. While we wish that we could address all of them at once and together, but clearly this campaign was in a direction to address some of them.
Okay.
I think the first and the most important one, which is linked to the campaign and to the selection of Anupam Kher as the brand ambassador, was the fact that we have to break this myth that as people age, they tend to become more dependent. It's not really the case. I think Antara as an organization, whether it's AGEasy or everything else that we do, is at its heart and soul believes that seniors should have the ability to make their own choices. They should have the ability to live life the way they want. For that, they need a couple of things. They need a sense of independence through where they live and how they live. They need a sense of control over their health. They need to have some level of financial freedom and independence. And they need to have access. They need to have access to products and services which allow them to live that way. So our entire ecosystem, first starting with residences, our assisted living solutions, and now with AGEasy through products, has been towards that direction. And I think AGEasy, like I said, is one of those vehicles that takes this concept across the country. it's geography agnostic. So that was one very, very, very clear, I would say, misnomer that we wanted to get over, that seniors do not need to become dependent as they age. I think the second one is also to do with seniors should not become passive receivers of care, which is again to do with independence and autonomy and all of that. And I think the talk that we do around AGEasy is that. Now you see me wearing this watch. This is the AGEasy Protect Neo watch.
Okay.
Now what it does is, if I'm a senior living by myself, I need to be sure that one, I'm tracking all my health parameters, which this watch does. But more importantly, a common phenomenon in seniors is fall, right? Because there are stability issues, etc.
Yes.
Now, I do not want to be not taken care of or addressed in an emergency situation like this or any other health emergency. So this watch also has an SOS feature,
Okay.
which reaches out, as I click it, reaches out to my next of kin, informs me of the location I'm at,
Okay.
and so that they can immediately take care of the situation.
Understood.
So I'm then therefore not passively dependent on somebody to take care of me. I'm taking care of my own health. I'm making sure that I have all the tools. So that was the second thing. And the third thing is also to communicate to seniors at large that products meant for you don't need to be boring. They don't need to be functional. And they don't need to be vanilla. And as I mentioned before, all our products in AGEasy are developed for seniors. I would almost say developed by seniors, because we take so much input from seniors living with us in Dehradun, in our care homes, through our focus groups. We keep hearing what is it that they're facing as issues in usage of products, in their activities of daily life, and we keep solving for them. So we therefore make sure, like for example, a kneecap. Seniors have problem in walking. Standard kneecaps available out there tend to get itchy after a while because they are mostly meant for athletes or people using the gym.
Right.
But we made sure, after hearing seniors, because they say, "Yeah, we have to almost wear it for 4 hours, 5 hours in a day, and it gets very sweaty, very itchy." So we just did a simple shift. We said, okay, let's develop a kneecap that has higher content of cotton
Okay.
compared to others. The watch was one, again, very simple example. Nebulization. Like a lot of seniors have to depend on somebody to come and nebulize for them.
Right.
We developed a nebulizer that you can hold in your hand. It's a very simple mesh nebulizer, and in 5 minutes it does nebulization for you. Another very simple use case, BP monitors. Most of the seniors need to check their blood pressure. They can't strap the thing around them. They need somebody to do it and check their BP. So we came up with a device that can actually be put on your wrist,
Okay.
and which means it's easy to strap, it's cordless, and it gives you a reading there and then.
Okay.
So we keep hearing seniors and we develop solutions for them. So that it's not that they are buying something which was meant for somebody else. They're buying something which is meant for them. It's smart, it's stylish, it's also functional, it gets the job done, and it's there to take care of their specific needs. So I think these were some of the things we wanted to get out through this campaign.
Definitely. And how do you leverage social media to build up community and for authentic engagement with your target audience as well?
For us, I think social media is not just a channel of marketing, but also a channel to get conversations moving. Because we realize a lot in our discussions with seniors is what they really look forward to as they age is a sense of belongingness, a sense of purpose, a sense of community. So for us, I think one of the biggest wins on social media has been to create this community of seniors, which, as I mentioned before, is right now 6,000 plus seniors strong, and hopefully will grow up to be very, very large. We are almost 3 lakh followers on our page on Facebook as well. And what we see has worked in these communities is a lot of interesting initiatives that seniors enjoy a lot. A lot of gamification of health milestones.
Right.
So we do, yoga days. We talk about, breathing exercises. We talk about celebrations. We realize that seniors have so much to share about what's happening in their life. Some delicious dish that they have cooked and they want to share with their friends, or a visit from their grandchild, which has been the highlight of their day.
Right.
And we see such beautiful, engaging conversations in the community. So it's not just impacting their physical health, it's also to take care of their emotional well-being, their
Absolutely.
mental health. So I think social media I think we're lucky to be in times when it becomes a conversation starter. It's created new friends, it's created interest groups. Some people would talk about chess, some ladies will want to talk about their gardening initiatives, there's a group that's talking about cooking. So I think social media has been a beautiful platform for us to get seniors together, to get them feel like they belong to something more. So it's been a great thing, and I feel that this is only going to grow further and further from here.
Great. And coming to AGEasy products, you already have a website where consumers can buy the products, and I believe AGEasy is also present on e-commerce platform as well.
Yes.
So how do you actively leverage that, and what's the not exactly percentage, if you could also share how many consumers are directly buying from e-commerce platform, or and also if you have any plans of coming on for quick commerce as well.
Yeah, quick commerce is the buzzword these days.
Yes.
So I think for us, it's important to be where the seniors are.
Yeah,
Let's be honest,
completely.
right? Because we want them to be able to spot us when they need us. So we've therefore diversified our channels of distribution accordingly. Obviously, the website is there for them to come and buy, but we realize that seniors find these e-commerce channels very, very trustable.
Yes, they do.
Because they know that whatever's there is well rated, their reviews, everything. So we are obviously there on Amazon and Flipkart as well, and we see, I would say, over 50% of our sales happen from the e-commerce platforms.
Okay.
We also have a store in Gurgaon where seniors can walk in and buy products, because we realize some of them want to touch, feel and try
Absolutely.
before they make the purchase. So that's another channel. And yes, quick commerce, we are live on Blinkit.
Okay.
We have a few products which are listed on Blinkit and should soon go to other quick commerce channels as well. But besides that, I think another channel which we realized when we were speaking to customers and seniors is that they also want us to be present in the nearby chemists. Because they are very frequent visitors for either their medication, etc., to their nearby chemist. So we're building that offline distribution and retail channel as well, through which if the senior needs a nebulizer or BP monitor, can also go and buy it from their nearest chemist.
Got it. And I also wanted to know from you that with AGEasy, do you also partner with other senior care living homes, Vridhashram and all of that for the product distribution of senior people living over there?
We've not gone actively and partnered with other senior living communities, but if I talk about our ecosystem,
Yes.
so we're coming up with a store in our senior living community in Dehradun, and all communities that we develop going forward will have AGEasy products available for purchase. Then we have our assisted living homes, care homes. All the product purchases can happen from there. We have shelves in all of them. So at least we ensure that in our ecosystem we're there. We've not actively gone out and seek partnership with other senior living players, but that's something we're very, very open to also.
Okay. And coming to final two questions, can with onboarding Anupam Kher for your campaign for AGEasy, do you think that celebrity-driven campaigns genuinely shift generational attitudes, or do they just risk becoming tokenistic? What do you feel about that?
See, I think it's important to understand what one is trying to achieve.
Okay.
AGEasy has been around for almost 2 years, and Antara has been also around for a long time. It's not that we've lashed on to the celebrity bandwagon until now. For us, I think, like I've mentioned and been mentioning before, I think Anupam ji is not just a brand or a celebrity.
Brand. Yes.
But I think he stands for much more than that. And for us, because we feel that AGEasy as a concept needs to be known to a larger audience, we felt that him speaking and him taking the word out, because of who he is, what he stands for, and obviously his personality and standing in the society and the community at large, would sort of give us that fillip that we need at this stage to get the word out to the larger audience. And also it's important, I think, to have a brand ambassador, and in this case we were lucky to have one, whose values, whose life, I think resonates a lot of what your brand stands for, right? And I think what Antara stands for, and what we see that Anupam ji has lived his life, there's a very, very big overlap. So I think it's important that whether you get the right brand ambassador, whether you are in that life cycle where getting that brand ambassador gives you the right fillip, and should not just be, you know, one more thing that you did in your campaign.
Right.
So I think for us it was very, very natural. We didn't even think of it almost as a celebrity or a brand ambassadorship.
Okay.
But we just thought about what is that right platform through which one can now take AGEasy to more households. And we said, you know, why not somebody who's been living through, you know, what we want an Antara senior to live like. And his name was, like I said, it was so naturally that came to us.
Okay, thank you, sir. And coming to my final question, what's next for Antara now? What are your plans? What are some of the things that are currently in pipeline you're working for Antara's marketing strategies and also for AGEasy?
So I'll talk more about AGEasy since our conversations will be more around that. I think
Right.
AGEasy is the newest baby from the house of Antara. It's 2 years old. We are now present across 3 conditions.
Okay.
We've covered joint and mobility is one. We've covered a lot of fall solution related products, and we've also covered product ranges around respiratory health. For us, what's forward now is more conditions. We'll probably be launching 1 or 2 more conditions. For us also, what's important now is to go deeper in the product categories that we're present in. We've built an innovation lab internally to build some really, really differentiated and innovative products for seniors. We'll be doing a lot of that. We've built vehicles and engines now because through AGEasy we've covered almost 3 lakh seniors' lives. So I think that's a very large number. Now we want to be able to go and speak to them more often, learn from them more often. So we're building more platforms where we can go and learn from them. And I think from a creative and a marketing process and journey for us, I think now it's going to be more of stories of seniors who've really benefited, whose lives that we have impacted through AGEasy, and get them front and center. Have them talk about, you know, what is it that AGEasy has done to their lives, what's impact, you know, what it has impacted in terms of, you know, making them feel more independent. Has it added a smile on their face? I think so for us now, marketing is going to be more about our seniors, their lives, their journeys.
Absolutely, I agree. People would love to hear from senior citizens about how they are experiencing the product and what their feedback is.
Yeah, we actually started a campaign also very recently called Breaking the Age Barrier.
Okay.
Where, you know, you could see that on Instagram and other platforms, where we've picked up very, very inspiring stories of seniors who are breaking the age barrier in various ways, right? There is a very famous dancing dadi. There's a couple who's driving around the Enfield. There is a gentleman in central India who's clicking beautiful photographs and pursuing that as his hobby. There's a lady in her senior age who's climbed the highest mountains. And I think these stories are not just inspiring, and not that everybody is expected to do these things, but I think it just also drives home the same message. That age is really truly just a number, right? And while a lot of changes happen in our bodies as we age, we just want to get the message out that there is an organization called Antara to take care of you in your journey.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sure the audience will love hearing about Antara and what it helps and their target audience. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.